in lane 9, Lingya Chen from China.
And like you said, obviously, I think Amy has all right to be the favourite in here, but she'll know that this will be a very tough race, and it's going to look very different to last week as well. She was right next to Chikosh last week, so they were in lane, I think, 4 and 5 last week, whereas this week they're quite spread out, lane 2 and lane 6, so they won't be able to see each other as much, and so they'll be having to run their own race quite a lot through here. But don't discount, like you said, Hermine Peters from Belgium. I haven't seen her race over 1,000 meters very often, but she is very good at the K1 500 meters and very good in that last half of the K1 500 meters. So I think we'll see her featuring towards the end there. I think her brother as well, Arta Peters, he's just qualified for the K1 men 1,000 final as well. So very good family of well-credentialed paddlers, and I'm sure she got a few tips from him. But it does look like Amy Fisher there. She might be a little bit in front. She's in that black long sleeve shirt and very much so standing out at the moment. It looks like as well Nan Wang there from China might be up in line with her, and lane 2 there, Chikosh from Hungary. She knows she has to take it out hard like last week, and if she's got any chance of beating Amy at the end, she's really got to break Amy at the start. And you can just see there it's quite bumpy as they're coming through about 300 meters into the race. It is a very bumpy course out here in Poznan, particularly when the wind starts to blow, and there's obviously paddlers paddling up the other side of the course as well. So there's no official warm-up lane here. It's just kind of, you do what you can, and Chikosh at the moment is having a great race.
Yeah, look, I have a queasy stomach at the best of times, and I'm starting to feel a little bit seasick just watching these paddlers as they head down the course. But it is a bit of a repeat at this stage of last week with Fisher and Chikos. Now watch Nan Wang in the red and yellow boat coming through into 3rd position. I'm expecting her to put forward a big finish. She did in her earlier race, so I'm watching for her. She's now starting to sneak up there. She's clearly in 3rd, ahead of Peters from Belgium, but it is Fisher in front, holding on to probably a half a boat length lead from Chikos across there in lane 2 from Hungary. Nan Wang from China is in 3rd. Peters is still hanging around there in 4th position, just not losing touch at this stage from the leading 2. But it is Fisher and Chikos as they head down to the, I think we've passed the halfway stage now, as we head down towards the business end of the race, with Fisher continuing to lead. She's just so powerful. She never seems to tire. She's out now. She looks like she's broken away, and she's maybe broken Chikos. I think Chikos may have had enough across there in lane 2, which would be disappointing. So it's Nan Wang who's going to take up the race, and next to her, Peters from Belgium.
Yeah, and obviously this is exactly where Amy really comes to play. Last week we saw the same thing. She had a really good turn of speed with about 200 meters to go, and she's doing the exact same thing this week. Chikosh would know that was going to happen, and you can just see her boat speed starting to lift now. Maybe she's felt Amy go a little bit earlier than she expected, but Amy's just looking beautiful at the moment. She's going to try and hold it together as much as she can. This is where it really starts to burn. Your legs start to feel like they're falling off from your body. They're not in time with your body. Your arms are hurting. It feels like your arms are, spinning out of nowhere, and you've got tunnel vision. And it's all about holding on and getting your stroke in and out with about 50 meters to go now. It doesn't look like Amy Fisher is going to give up that lead anytime soon, and she will take the gold medal home with her. Back-to-back gold medalists there in the K1000. Chikosh there from Hungary, she's going to take out the silver medal, and Nan Wang from China will make that podium with a bronze medal. But you can't take it away from Amy Fisher there. She's just sucking in the deep breaths, a little bit of a cheeky smile as well. I'm sure she's going to be happy with that. It feels good to go back to back in races like this, particularly very difficult races that are tactically hard. Obviously it's physically hard, and we can see out there, as we saw at the start of the race, it is very bumpy conditions. And 1,000-meter paddling is all about getting some really good boat runs, some really good boat speed, and really being at one with the boat, which I know Amy thoroughly enjoys. And when you have conditions like we have today, it's harder to get that feel and it's harder to really feel at one. So she'll be happy to be able to put that race together ahead of her K1 500 meter final. I think maybe tomorrow or on Sunday, she's going to be really looking forward to that and taking a lot of confidence away from this, I'm sure. So Amy Fisher in first, Chikosh there from Hungary in second, and Nan Wang in third position from China. They'll be your medalists for this weekend's World Cup.
And it'll be interesting to see. Last week we speculated that maybe Amy Fisher, she put so much effort into the 1000 that she had nothing left to give in the 500. So it'll be interesting to see what she learned from last weekend in terms of warming down, preparing, and she certainly looks stiff now, as you would do climbing out of the boat after 1,000 meters. But it'll be interesting to see what she learned from last weekend, at least in terms of getting that 1,000 meter out of the way, making sure that she's fresh again and ready to go